is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old...
Welcome back to the second half of Team Oregon versus Team Philippines. We got 10 more seconds about to go before the first jam of the second half starts. Getting our team spirit on and headed to the track.
And if you're hungry this morning, Jerk Street Tacos is already setting up outside. Their food is amazing. I love their pickled onions.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have. Our vendors for food yesterday and today have both smelled absolutely delicious.
And jamming for Team Philippines is Macbeth on a power jam.
Still waiting for Alley Cat to get out of the box. Joins the pack now without the hat on, waiting to do a pass if necessary. But it looks like she's going to work her way to the front. Team Philippines doing a good job of getting to the front to slow her down. And they did a nice job where they went and pulled defense, slowed her down, and got back into the back of the pack fast enough to let their jammer out and get that first 4 points of the second half.
Total on that jam was 8 points for Team Philippines. I need more coffee.
Yes. Looks like belly flop on the line for Team Oregon and boppin' on the line for Team Philippines. It looks like we are short a blocker from Oregon, still keeping that penalty box seat warm. But we do have lead jammer for belly flop.
And Boppin is still pushing through those Oregon defense.
Boppin took the hat off for just in case she gets stuck there, working on pushing those last two blockers into a no-pack situation up front.
And
pack is back.
Now out of the pack, working on her scoring pass.
Didn't quite make it to the back of the pack before we had a call off from Team Oregon, picking up 3 points on that last pass.
And jamming for Team Philippines is Escueta.
Ragnar Roxy joining the jammer line. Looks like we are still working short for Team Oregon. Nope, actually just sneaky over there. I couldn't see one of their blockers. But that was an amazing O for 00 from Team Philippines, Diamante Junse.
Diamante
Junse. Opening up that inside line we had, offense on the outside line, giving plenty of options for Team Philippines jammer. However, yeah, Oregon's back down a blocker. Team Philippines doing a really good job of pulling out the bridge from the front of the pack. Looks like we have a hat pass for Team Oregon.
And Escueta is out of that pack, scoring another 4.
Lady Marion, the pivot in that pass, looked like she had the hat, but it looks like Team Oregon's jammer had to put it back on. Still trying to get through on that inside. A lot of pushing and shoving over there. Pantychrist was in there in the lane 1 trying to push out the blockers for Team Philippines to get her jammer out, and Team Philippines is just a little too strong on that line for that hole to be opened up for Team Oregon.
On the jammer line for Team Philippines is Glam Cracker.
And we got Alley Cat back on the track, jamming for Oregon. And it looks like Oregon has a clear penalty box once again for the start of this jam as well. Let's hope that they stay out of the box and are able to hold down the Philippines jammer.
I think this one is going to be a good jammer matchup. Glam Cracker and Alley Cat. Glam Cracker
out.
Lead jammer.
And she says she ate. At least that's what it looked like. I'm sure she was just gesturing towards her bench coach, but No.
Oh,
Cut
Graham
track.
Cracker cuts the track and is going to take a moment in that ACS penalty box to think about what she did.
Alley Cat getting dragged back to the back of the pack once again, having a hard time getting through. Oregon's offense has usually been one person does offense, but this time all of the Oregon blockers worked on offense, and she is out of the pack. I believe that is her initial pass. But Oregon loses their pivot to the ACS penalty box. So once again, we are short blockers on the track. Let's see if the remaining blockers on Oregon's side can help. No, unfortunately, it was a little bit of a pivot.
Out of the ACS penalty box and is
Smoothly out. Smoothly out, yeah.
Smoothly.
Not
right
even
in
touched.
the middle. Nope.
That's what I always enjoy when I'm jamming, is if my blockers are doing their job so well that I don't have to touch anybody getting through the pack.
Scores another 4 points for Team Philippines.
Looks like Alley Cat is getting a little frustrated there and exhausted trying to get through, but her pivot comes up and tries to motion that, hey, I'm here, you could pass the cap, but with that a little bit of distraction, Team Philippines wasn't able to hold back Alley Cat. So I believe that was a 4-point pass. Oh no, it looks like it's going to be probably an illegal back. Oh, low block. We had a low block. Looks like the low block is going on
for Alley
Oh,
Cat?
yeah. No, the low block is going on for Team Philippines jammer. Probably going to be an official review. Possibly a medic call. We'll see.
Hello, Sacramento Roller Derby fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special for being supporters of the Sacramento Roller Derby. As the longest local Sacramento supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, we would like to give you 10% off your entire purchase. All you have to do, come down and tell me who your favorite skater is. Is it Kista? Is it Shinny the Crutch? Is it She-Ra? You tell me, and take 10% off your entire order. Come down, play with the pugs. Let's talk about movies, let's talk about books, and just have a great time here at Empire's Comics Vault in Sacramento, California.
see it. Okay, so we've got a jammer standing. We've got Oregon's jammer, Alley Cat, standing up. Looks like she's going to be released first. It's probably going to be a quick release for both of them. Oh. Jam started, jammer released. Alley Cat's going to do her best in getting around.
Oh, shoot.
Killy able to knock her down right there at the jammer line on the outside. And she's on the out once again. First jammer out. Still waiting on Glam Cracker to be released from the box. But Alley Cat is on her scoring pass, doing a little jukey move to Killy, who's actually said no.
And Glam Cracker is standing up and is released out of the ACS penalty box.
And it looked like Alley Cat was trying to do that same move on the edge of that outside, trying to get by. Not quite able to. Team Philippines has her number and is like closing down that outside line. And so we're looking at jam called. 4 points on that last jam for Oregon, 2 for
Team
Philippines. Gonna reset with no jammers in the box this time. Derby's gonna start right away, ideally. Belly flop on the line for Oregon. Hawaii KO on the line for Philippines. Oh, and nice. And
belly flop gets hit
Mad for Gravy holding it down on that line just as the Oregon jammer almost made it around, but Mad for Gravy said no. And Team Philippines on a first score of 4 points. YKO says, I'm going to run it. We had a hat pass on Team Oregon going to number 73, Slady Marion.
And Hawaii KO goes and calls it off.
Yeah, Hawaii KO got knocked down pretty good. She got her 2 points on that pass, but wasn't going to be able to get up fast enough for Oregon to remain scoreless. So she called from the ground there in turn 3. Ragnar Roxy on the line for Team Oregon. Smackbath on the line for Team Philippines.
Oh, they were calling out for a pivot for Team Oregon.
Yeah, Team Oregon didn't have a pivot.
I was wondering what was that.
And I don't think it's going to matter because she had it in her hand when the whistle started. So it looks like
is lead jammer.
Ooh.
Ragnar Roxy is quickly approaching right behind them.
Yeah, Ragnar Roxy hot on the heels of Smackbath.
Smackbath quickly calls off the jam before Ragnar Roxy can approach the pack to get any points.
Oh. Ragnar Roxy picked up 1.
Aw.
I know you're rooting for Team Philippines,
I'm indifferent.
But there were 2 for Team Philippines on that pass.
Yeah,
so
that was good.
Only matched 1 point from Team Oregon to the 2 points on that pass for Team Philippines.
Escueta for Team Philippines.
Alley Cat for Team Oregon. Little swoopy swivel getting in the front move by Oregon's pivot, trying to form that tripod over there, expecting to catch Team Philippines jammer.
Escueta is really pushing up one more person, and now is lead jammer.
Ooh, that was a safe move. Not Ragnar Roxy.
Gonzalez is holding Alley Cat and absorb into Team Philippines tripod. Alley Cat takes that pivot panty. Oh, wait, no, it's a star.
It's the star. Yeah, no, she's hanging on to the hat because she wasn't lead jammer, but she cannot get past that Team PI wall in the back. Mad for Gravy Pascal is just on her like glue. saw part of it. It looks like it was a successful hat pass for Team Oregon. I don't know if they're going to have a chance to actually use the hat pass and get points.
Squetta is
calling it off per the coach's yell because she's got her 4 points. 0 points for that pass on Team Oregon. I don't think Alley Cat was able to get out at all that round. So unmatched points for Team Philippines.
Boppin jamming for Team Philippines, but now there is
an official timeout being called by the officials.
Found all of these in my pocket.
Vampire teeth.
Well, it was from the human slot machine.
You can join the human slot machine and become a vampire. Brought to you by Sacramento Roller.
I really hope they do it again so my kiddos can play and get more vampire teeth and fill up my pockets. Or actually get some snacks because my son won and got a whole bunch of snacks.
Hey, look. If you can't have coffee, at least you can get snacks, potentially. That's what our kids for, but...
Sugar high?
What are kids for, but gambling for snacks. Looks like Boppin on the line for Team Philippines is going to be on her power jam. Last official review sent Alley Cat back to the box, so she's going to be jamming in her 3rd jam in a row.
Oh, I would be tired.
Oh, yeah. Both number 9 and number 60 from Oregon. That's shrimp and roll and your mom's favorite. Pulling.
I'm like in love with that.
Your mom's favorite?
Yep. In love with that skater's name.
So funny. Yeah, so both of them pulled Boppin to the back of the pack. Both of them trying to make sure that Boppin knows she's got to go all the way to the back. Got recycled. However, it doesn't matter because Boppin is your lead jammer after a hard-fought push on her initial pass. So she's now on her scoring pass.
Alley Cat takes off the
hat,
the star hat.
Ooh, almost got a low block from Killy.
Boppin comes right through the packs.
Oh, they're keeping it fast out there. Look at that. See, I would be tired if I was Boppin because I'm racing people, racing shrimp and roll.
Another 4 points.
It looks like this pack is incredibly split because Oregon is trying to keep the pivot away and trying to capture a goat and slow that pack down, catch that pack up. Oh, that's why, because it looks like Team Philippines pivot is one to not mess with. Nice. 4 points on the board that pass for Team Oregon. Hard fought points. We have both jammers out there. We have a 6-pack that's 4 Team Philippines blockers and 2 Team Oregon blockers.
Yep, Rice Rocket just fighting through the middle. And his lead jammer.
That's hard to do. You've got 2 blockers. One of them is trying to play D. One of them is trying to open up a lane on O. But there's only 2 of them versus all of Team Philippines, including the jammer. Rice Rocket picked up 4 points that pass.
And Belly Flop is still on their initial.
Belly Flop took off the cap to potentially... Oh, nope. Thought she was safe with cap in hand. That's another 4 points for Team Philippines, and it is a power jam for Belly Flop.
Lady Marion tried to hit Rice Rocket out. She still stayed in bounds.
Rice Rocket's pretty stable on her feet. And I say that, but that almost looked like a low block. She calls it from the ground. The inside pack ref knows what's going on, so if I didn't see a low block, then it didn't happen. Or if I saw it, but they didn't, it didn't happen. Current score, Team Philippines 231 to Team Oregon's 56. Definitely, official review called by Oregon. I wonder if they saw a potential low block as well. So, captain's headed to the middle to discuss with Fibonaccio. And it's almost lunchtime, folks.
Can you smell it?
I can smell it.
I can smell it. It's Jerk Street taco time.
Yeah, it's 11:10, so we're close enough to noon. I think it's time to get some lunch. Jerk Street taco smells amazing. I'm loving the taco theme this weekend. Yesterday we had Tacos 34.
Yeah.
Today is Jerk Street tacos, so we're getting a variety of takes on the taco.
This has been a good 2 days. 6 games.
Very busy.
Very.
Very good games.
And then after this, it will be Capital Maulstars versus Team Oregon.
Mm-hmm. Poor Team Oregon, having to play a second game in a row. I love tournaments as an observer, as someone who gets to watch all the derby. As a player, I enjoy all the derby, but that's not to say it isn't exhausting if you play back-to-back games.
Well, you did that at Deep Blue. You remember.
Yes, and I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
I think I wanted to cry that day.
I mean, that was pretty rough. That was Sacramento Bruins versus LA.
Yeah, Angel City.
Angel City's B team.
The blue team was contesting the track cut penalty. After review, the track cut penalty has been removed. They will retain their official review.
Excellent. So
thank you, Nacho.
Thank you, Nacho.
Jamming for Team Philippines is Hawaii KO.
And we got Ragnar Roxy for Team Oregon. Team Oregon has all their blockers on the track. Typically when that happens, their jammer gets out pretty fast. And there we go, proving the point. Ragnar Roxy is out of the pack first as lead jammer. Oh, nice hit by 182 Link. Link was able to get Hawaii KO on just on a toe stop.
2 different occasions.
Yeah.
One on the outside and on the inside.
Oh, we got to be careful the direction that they're hitting. Oh no, it looks like Hawaii KO might have gotten bumped in the chin. And it looks like we have blockers back in the box for Team Oregon, so they'll be starting short, but they picked up 3 points in that pass.
Leaving Team Philippines scoreless on that jam.
However, you know, if they're able to hold it down with at least 3 blockers for Team Oregon, they might be able to, close that differential between the points. At this point, it's trying to have a smaller differential between the scores. 231 to 59 currently.
Snack bets for Team Philippines.
Yeah, and it looks like Alicat was trying to work some defense and briefly.
Beth is lead jammer.
But Alicat is also out of the pack after running a little defense as the 4th blocker, trying to slow down Smackbeth, but Smackbeth is on a roll. Alicat only able to pick up 1 point that entire jam. We got 4 points on the board from Team Philippines that round.
Escueta for Team Philippines.
And belly flop on for Team Oregon. Oregon is still starting a blocker short. It's the same blocker, so we didn't have a switcheroo in the box.
Escueta driving through the middle.
Was knocked down, but still ended up blocking belly flop. Belly flop still stuck at the back. Escueda out first. We're going to lose the cap. Belly flop's trying to get to pivot. Pivot is... The jammer is being pulled away backwards towards the jammer line. Oh,
and
no, high block.
Escueda challenging those arms from Team Oregon.
Team Oregon's Hellslinger headed to the box for a high block in that fray. And it looks like we do not have a hat pass on Team Oregon.
Quitting is in the ACS penalty box.
4 more points on the board for Team Philippines.
And belly flop is out of the pack.
Belly flop's out of the pack. Cuffing air over here, because that is a tough wall to get through. And they're speeding it up now, so Team Philippines keeping it fairly fast.
Escueda is
on another scoring pass. 4 points on that pass for belly flop. Killy tried to roll her out on the third corner, and it looks like we're going to have a power jam. Team Philippines, Kiss My Escueda, was trying to call it off, but had just gotten called on a cut track. Looks like actually a low block was what sent her to the box. 4 points for Team Oregon. Team Oregon tried to hold it down there in that third corner, trying to stay out of that apex area.
Oh, and they went the full 2 minutes.
Full 2 minutes, because Team Philippines jammer was the lead jammer, and then she went to the box. So creeping on with some more points, Team Oregon has so far picked up 13 points since the beginning of the period.
With a little over 10 minutes in the second half.
A little over 10 minutes to go in the second half.
Yeah.
And so it's a power jam for Team Oregon. It's up to Ragnaroxy. Trying to get through, trying not to skip on trip on Pasquale, as Pasquale had gotten, Pasquale? Pasqua. Why do I say an L? I can't read.
And
my apologies.
Escueda is out of the ACS penalty box.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't see. Now I can read it. Pasqua does not have an L written on her shirt. So
London Rumbler.
What's London Rumbler up to?
That London Rumbler was rumbling on Escueda.
Nice.
And recycling Escueda back.
Nice. Link able to knock Escueda out, but nobody pulled.
Pasqua did great offense for Escueda to get right through.
Looks like Ragnaroxy is attempting the hat pass, as she is stuck behind a very, very hard wall between Quitting and Pasqua. And the pivot for Team Philippines. Doesn't look like they're moving at all.
I love that one-hand
brace.
No, one-hand drop that Escueda did.
Yeah. Directing her body to do things.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to point where I want to go.
Like a Matrix move.
Oh, no. See, Team Philippines is doing a pretty effective job of keeping the pivot away from the jammer.
Escueda gets 4 points from that last scoring pass and calls up the jam.
Ragnaroxy was up against a pretty tough wall. Couldn't get to rest and blitz face. Oregon's captain and pivot that round.
Jamming for Team Philippines is Boppin.
Got Alley Cat jamming for Team Oregon. Let's see. I always have to check the ACS penalty box to double check that we don't have Team Oregon in there. Looks like Team Oregon had to bridge out as Boppin just pushing her way through there like it's nothing.
And his lead jammer.
Oh no, high block call going to Philippines.
Diamante Junsai.
Oh, Diamante Junsai. Junsai? Junsai. Diamante. 4 points up for that pass for Team Oregon.
Poppin goes and sees that blocker just trying to come in for a full drive and
wasn't able to drive Shrimp and Roll out too much, but over to the side enough so Boppin could squeeze on by there. Shrimp and Roll was actually doing a pretty effective job stopping Boppin. Stopping Boppin. For just a brief moment, slowing her down. Looks like Diamante Jinsai back on the track to brace up with Team Philippines.
I think Alley Cat is trying to play some defense on Boppin.
I believe she was trying to be fourth blocker because her pivot is in the box. It's Lady Marion in the box, standing currently, going to
Team Oregon timeout.
Team Oregon timeout. But Lady Marion's ready to go as Team Oregon's pivot, but she's standing in the box. Looks like they've got to confer with each other. What are we going to do until our pivot comes out? We're going to hold it down as best as we can. The Team Philippines players are incredibly talented, coming from all over.
And in getting in preparation for World Cup 25 in Austria this year. I'm excited.
That's fantastic. Looks like Belly Flop's going to be out there jamming. Oregon looking like they're going to start on the jammer line. There's still team timeout time for Team Oregon.
Rice Rocket is jamming for Team Philippines.
All right. Looks like Rice Rocket and Belly Flop are going to start really close together. Rice Rocket's favorite quote is, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep you balanced, you must keep moving," by Albert Einstein. And it seriously means she definitely looks like she lives by it. Her feet never stopping to get around. However, she is your lead jammer.
And Lady Marion is trying to create some open Belly Flop. Belly Flop is now out on their scoring pass.
Ooh, let's
Tries
see.
to jump the apex.
I think I saw all four wheels hit the ground before she fell all the way.
4 points.
That was a beautiful apex jump. Hey, look, if you at least get the 4 wheels on the floor, it's a beautiful apex jump. No failure there.
Nope. You know who's a great apex jumper?
I know what you're going to say.
Rolling Stoner.
Epic apex jumps. I even saw them jump the straightaway yesterday. That's not even a corner that they're trying to jump.
Glam Cracker for Team Philippines.
And Ragnaroxy out
there.
there.
Lead jammer.
Lead jammer, not Ragnaroxy. My mistake. That's Alley Cat jamming for Team Oregon.
Yesterday's cheer for Team Philippines was Kain Tayo.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Let's eat. And then everybody went ahead and said, "Sige na." It's like, go ahead.
Yeah. It's very similar. I used to know Japanese, and they have a similar phrase of "let's eat" and eat the thing.
So when Glam Cracker goes like this, she's like, "Let's eating."
Let's eating, yeah. Oh my gosh, Glam Cracker coming from Sydney Roller Derby, also / Central Coast Roller Derby United. Well traveled. Definitely her favorite position to play is jammer. Says her favorite Filipino family tradition, big family gatherings. Okay, but I have an honest question. Are any family gatherings small for Filipino folks? Didn't think so.
Absolutely not.
Didn't think so.
And we celebrate on everything. Oh.
Yes.
Somebody got a new job. Let's celebrate. Let's go eat.
Somebody made good food. Let's eat. Looked like there was a cap pass to Andy Oakley on Oregon's side, but they were unable to get to a scoring pass to that last pass. 4 more points on the board for Team Philippines as they're closing the 3rd century mark in the score.
And jamming for Team Philippines is Smackbeth.
Ragnar Roxy going head-to-head on the jammer line with her.
Smackbeth is quickly pushed out on the outside line and is now lead jammer.
That's fantastic. Smackbeth's favorite inspirational quote, "Gotta go fast," Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what? I could totally see Sonic the Hedgehog being her inspiration. Look at her go. 4 more points. 4 more points. You get the cowbell. She's picking up those rings for Sonic.
Smackbeth's home league is Mackay Roller Derby?
Yeah.
Mackay
Roller Derby.
Mackay City Rollers.
It was kind of funny. So Smackbeth, every time she passes, when I'm hearing the cowbell, picking up those Sonic the Hedgehog golden rings as she picks up her points, bringing Team Philippines past the 3rd century mark. Their score right now is 305 as she's trying to pick up another 4 before the end of the jam. She is lead jammer, but she's trying to get as many points as possible. Trying to make sure she matches every 4 points. Nice little dip, and calls it as she is mid-fall towards the inside line. Fall small. She's got it. 4 points, both teams on that last pass. Smackbeth was able to match the 4 points. It looks like Team Philippines' strategy may in fact be, even if we're lead jammer, we're going to match point for point to keep our exorbitant lead. Team Oregon nearing the 1st century mark. So we're going to have triple-digit score, ideally. As of this next jam, Oregon going to get their jammer out and score some points, hopefully.
And Hawaii KO jamming for Team Philippines is now lead jammer.
Belly flop trying to get past Killy, who's got her number.
Killy.
Killy.
No, Killy.
Killy.
Which means armpit.
Right. Well, we've got
Killy,
Hawaii 5-0. Hawaii 5-0 getting 4 more points. I'm just so distracted with her name. Hilarious. Looks like we got a little spin move, and Belly Flop was able to get out of her initial pass to go hopefully pick up points. Hopefully bring Team Oregon past 100. Let's see, has she passed anybody yet? Oh, there is one in the box. So as soon as she passes 1 set of hips, she's going to get 2 points. Nice. Hawaii KO out of the pack. 4 more points.
Hawaii KO. Chickadee is bridging.
Chickadee Molish?
Yep, Chickadee Molish.
Nice. Just hails from Quinn City Roller Derby.
Hawaii's pushing that last defense blocker for Oregon.
London Rumbler trying to hold it down.
Everybody is standing up.
London Rumbler really trying to keep their point. I am tongue-tied and dry mouth. This is a fantastic game. Team Oregon got over the 100 mark, 102 to 320. Team Philippines unofficial score. I don't know who won. Who do you predict won this one once the final score gets tallied?
Definitely Team Philippines.
Definitely Team Philippines. They definitely ate this bout. 320 points, Team Philippines. Team Oregon, 102. Final score. Let's give it up to our visiting teams. Team Philippines, Team Oregon. Everybody did a great job.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Have to say that I'm very proud of Team Philippines and what they're doing, and excited to go and see them at the World Cup.
That's so fantastic. I'm loving.
So they're saying Salamat Oregon, Salamat
Thank you.
official, which means thank you.
Yeah. That's great. I love it.
Salamat si viewers for watching Team Philippines and Team Oregon today. I'm Jessamine Kilowatts.
I'm Velociraptor.
Next game is Team Oregon versus Sacramento Capital Maulstars.
Stick around. The final game of our tournament, Spring Fling 2025 here at the Bearhouse in Sacramento.
And mahal kita, this is Philippines.
Excellent.
Hello, Sacramento Roller Derby fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special for being supporters of the Sacramento Roller Derby. As the longest local Sacramento supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, we would like to give you 10% off your entire purchase. All you have to do is come down and tell me who your favorite skater is. Is it Kista? Is it Shanita Crutch? Is it She-Ra? You tell me, and take 10% off your entire order. Come down, play with the pugs. Let's talk about movies, let's talk about books, and just have a great time here at Empire's Comic Vault in Sacramento.
Good evening, Sacramento Roller Derby fans. We are here, the last bout of day 2 of the annual Spring Fling tournament. Hey, I want to congratulate everybody on making it all the way through there. You guys are the hangers-on, the ones that toughed it out. We're looking for a good bout today. We have Oregon against the SRD Maulstars. And my name is Hella Sketchy. I will be announcing the game for you today. Let me know when you want on.
I'm on.
On, there we go.
Good afternoon.
First jam of the bout, and it looks like we have Alley Cat jamming for Team Oregon.
And one Swifty for Sacramento Roller Derby.
I think Swifty and Quickie should get together and make one of them change their name because I keep getting confused.
It's Quickfire.
I know, but it's Quickie and Swifty. That's how I know them. It's like having 2 Gregs on your team or something. You know, just, I don't know.
All right. Let's get ready for Jam 1.
We've got both jammers, hands on knees, ready to get this party started. And we got Allie tried to pick apart that SRD
And
tripod.
Swift is going to the ACS penalty box for a track cut.
Yep. Allie is still having some trouble with a really tough SRD blocking unit. They have held her. She made a little bit of progress, but they reformed right in front of her again. And as always, all you got to do is say that something's happening for it to stop. We have our lead jammer, Alley Cat for Team Oregon.
Let's see if Alley Cat can go and utilize this power jam and try to get a substantial lead off of it.
Yeah, we had a good job on the Team Oregon blockers there. They saw that they have no other job out there other than to help Allie, so they did that. Hey, but guess who came back to the party? We got Swifty for SRD, so Allie's going to call that jam off. And we have our first jam in the books. 5 for Team Oregon, 0 for Sacramento. And it looks like we have belly flop jamming for Team Oregon and for closer back after a break away from Derby for Sacramento.
Belly flop looking for that outside. I was watching them play earlier against Team Philippines, so.
Oh.
And for closer is lead jammer.
Found that open inside lane. I lost track of Belly. No, Belly's still out there. She just took her cap off. That's what she wanted us to do, is lose track of her.
And foreclosures going to the ACS penalty box.
So we have a power jam for Team Oregon. Once again, an opportunity for them to get some points while SRD cannot. Let's see what happens. SRD's defense has been really good today. They haven't completely shut people down, but they're doing a good job of slowing this game down.
Yeah. They're quickly reforming right back of the pack, in front of the pack, to go ahead and hold on to their Oregon's jammer while waiting for their jammer, for SRD's jammer, to come right back.
And they successfully ran the clock out. At this point, we have no lead jammer, I believe, so we're going to go the full 2 minutes.
Full 2 minutes.
And Forecloser is done with her first scoring pass, so she has 4 on the board for Sacramento.
And that's another 4 for the closer.
Belly is still having some trouble with that pack there. I think we had a cap pass, actually, though, to resting blitz face. Her pivot. We have a new jammer for Team Oregon, and they finally managed to free themselves from the pack.
My new favorite skate name in Team Oregon is Your Mom's Favorite.
I was talking to Your Mom's Favorite right before right before this bout, and I don't mean that in a personal way. All right, we've called the jam, successful jam for Sacramento, who put 12 up on the board to Team Oregon's 3.
And jamming for Sacramento is Merle Hazard.
And Ragna Roxy is jamming for Team Oregon.
Allie just took a stumble.
Well, I'm seeing a little bit of a jammer on jammer, I don't want to say love, but, respect. We'll say that. Allie is...
Merle Hazard is lead jammer.
Ragna Roxy still having trouble getting through that Sacramento D. It's been very difficult for Team Oregon jammers to get free from their initial pass and get even an opportunity to get points on the board.
That's 4 for Merle Hazard.
And Ragna Roxy still muscling her way through a very tenacious Sacramento defensive line.
Oh, Allie came and tried to stop that jammer.
I think Ragna Roxy thought she was free and clear, and
Allie came.
Allie said, "Oh no, you're not." One last hit. That's
Allison will come out of nowhere and she will hit you out
I'm
of
not
bounds.
saying anything. It seemed personal to me. I think that was personal. Something was said on the track. But nice, tough, don't give up on the play move from Allison there.
On the jam line is Payne Dulce for Sacramento.
Oh, and Allie Cat, different Allie for Team Oregon.
And Alley Cat is lead jam, and Payne Dulce is right behind.
Alley Cat hit the defense with a little speed, trying to pick apart that line. Quickly calls off the jam.
But Payne gets 4, shrugging off their shoulder like nothing happened.
Well, that goes to show you, get yours and call it quick, because Team Oregon was in control of that situation. They could have stopped it.
It's called a hit it and quit.
Hit and quick, yep. All right. Well, we got Belly Flop back out there jamming for Team Oregon again. Haven't had too many, but Swifty made quick work of the pack. Did not go through so much as a round, and is freed up, and we have a lead jammer for Sacramento. And we had a cap pass for Team Oregon while I was watching Sacramento.
To Reckless.
So Sacramento takes their 4 and goes home, making sure not to allow Team Oregon to get any points on that jam. All right, and we have Ragna Roxy lining up about 5 feet off the pack.
And Allison for Sacramento.
Fist bump. Ragna Roxy probing that Sacramento defense, trying to see if she can pick apart that tripod that Sacramento has formed. Not having a lot of luck so far.
Allie's at the front. Getting through, and his lead jam.
And
She's
unfortunately,
told to go and
Roxy
run it.
is cycling to the back of the pack after getting knocked out of bounds. Apex jump.
Makes a little hop skip like it's nothing. As she cheers on the crowd.
Finger guns. That is fun.
And does a almost like a pirouette.
Yeah. We've got figure skating going on out there. And Roxy has finished her preliminary pass and is coming around for a scoring pass. So Sacramento's going to call it.
12 for Sacramento. Bringing it up to 42.
Hey, and at halftime, we are having the world famous human slot machine. It's only $2 to pull. You can pay at the merch booth up front. It is an amazingly good time. You can win beer. You can win tickets. You can win more beer. I'm kind of focused on the beer.
Candy at the concession, and my kids are already hyped up for it.
And we have Alley Cat jamming for Team Oregon again against Merle Hazard.
Hazard is out of the pack first and is going to the ACS penalty box for a forearm.
Yeah, so I thought it was a good thing, but we have a power jam for Team Oregon, so they're going to have an opportunity to cut into this Sacramento lead. They just got to get Allie freed out of that pack there. Let's see if her blockers can help her do it.
Sacramento is quickly recycling over and over again, and
we have a cut track. Yep. A cut track for Allie, so one jammer sits. That means the other one's automatically going to come out. And so now we have flipped the power jam. We have Sacramento with a power jam, and Hazard will have an opportunity to get some more points on the board. Oh, nice little jammer on jammer hit there from Alley Cat as Merle is trying to make their first scoring pass. All right. Allie skating around, trying to see if there was some space for her in the outside lane, and there was not. Sacramento defense rotated over rather well and closed that off. So now we're gonna, if we can't use finesse, go for a little muscle. Alley Cat is pushing her way through the Sacramento pack. Merle Hazard found that gap, though, on the outside. I believe that was a scoring pass. Yeah, that was 4 on the board for Sacramento.
Yeah, and Myth America was trying to pull back Oregon's pivot and break up the I'm sorry, not the pivot. Yeah, the pivot. Trying to break up the pack, trying to open it up for their jammer. 4 on the board for Capital Maulstars.
Another 4 for a total of 8.
Nice.
Yeah, so far, I think the tale of the bout has been SRD's defense. The Maulstars have been playing tough defense, playing very smart heads-up derby, calling when they should, just not letting Oregon get on the board.
Yeah, their advancement in their defense has gotten much better just in the beginning of the season. They've only been basically practicing since January, but what they're practicing is definitely showing being fruitful.
And we have Belly Flop out there jamming for Team Oregon. She was getting a little help from her pivot, who was trying to pick apart that Sacramento tripod.
And Payne Dolce is fighting all 4 blockers from Oregon. It looks like Sour Ranger just came through and opened it up to try and release Payne Dolce, but she got caught up and has to recycle all the way back once again and get through the pack again.
Belly Flop is out, but I don't believe we have a lead jammer yet.
Not yet. I believe it might have been a no pass, no penalty to keep her from being lead. Oh, looks like the penalty box is going to fill up with 1 Oregon pivot and 1 Sacramento blocker.
That is London Rumbler for Team Oregon. So we got another pass coming up for Belly Flop, who's already got 4 points on the board for Team Oregon.
And it looks like Sacramento's pivot ended up in the box as well for forearm. It looks like the ACS penalty box is getting some love right now.
Yeah.
2 and 2 blockers for each.
Well, I mean, theoretically, all that extra space should make it easier for the jammers to operate. And maybe that's true, because Belly Flop just got another quick 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's nice that they're clearing the floor for her, but also they're clearing their own defense out of the way, unfortunately.
And we are on a power jam right now as Payne Dolce is still in the ACS penalty box. They should be out shortly.
Looks like Oregon has cleared the box of all their players. Belly flop trying to push through that front wall. Looks like Anorexic and Ranger are doing pretty good hanging on to belly flop, making her tired. You can see her catching her breath right now.
Was a very successful jam for Team Oregon, who put 13 on the board to SRD's 2. And we have 53-24 in favor of SRD.
Looks like SRD actually picked up another 3 points at the end of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they did. So now we have the forecloser jamming for Sacramento up against Ragnar Roxy. We've seen both these jammers today.
And a quick jump to the outside, pushing only the last 2 blockers from Oregon and gets lead jammer.
But unfortunately, Ragnar Roxy got a cut track call.
It's a power jam on Sacramento's behalf, which is fantastic because they still have 1 blocker in the box waiting to be released. So that's the first 4 points of this jam going up for Sacramento. Looks like Hit and Run has cleared the penalty box. Sacramento is at full strength right now.
Ragnar Roxy back there itching to get back in. Let's see if the Oregon defense can slow the forecloser down.
Not really. She does a little hop, skip, and a jump, but she's definitely kept the foot in on the outside. Just a scotch on the inside.
Every now and then I look and am impressed, and then I realize this is rusty forecloser. And,
yeah.
After a few years off.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. We are seeing a lot of the OGs from Sacred Sac City coming back to join Sacramento once again.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's like riding a bike, but, you know, riding a quad skate.
Exactly, I guess. Well, anyways, Team Oregon has managed to get themselves out of the ACS penalty box. So Ragnar Roxy has been working on that Sacramento defense, trying to find a hole.
And that was an easy, another 4 for foreclosers. She's up to 16 in this jam. 16 points for Sacramento. Much needed to spread that score further ahead of Oregon.
Oh. And forecloser doing that nice 360 move.
Calls it, but it looks like Oregon at least got 1 point at the end of that jam.
There we go. I thought the ref was just thanking Jesus. All right.
Official timeout, so I think it's time we can mention some of our sponsors. Oh, I'm sorry, before we do, in the audience is a great call. 907. Just FYI, your quote-unquote parking spot is actually the street that runs behind our warehouse. If you have a gray VW Golf 7 VPD 907, please move your car. You're actually parked in the street, not a parking spot. Thank you.
All right, and we have Derby back on. The officials have gotten done with whatever business they were working on. And we have Alley Cat jamming in for Oregon, and Swifty is jamming for Sacramento.
Inside line and gets that lead jammer call.
And we have Allie is still looking for, oh, that got it. Got out.
Was looking for an exit, found it very barely, but Swifty passed up behind the Oregon jammer and called it off before there was a chance. So Swifty picked up 4 and called it off.
Yep, nickels and dime. That's the whole strategy of Derby. Get yours and don't let the other team get any. That's what they're trying to do, and successful for Sacramento that time. Now we have belly flop back out there jamming for Oregon.
And we've got Merle Hazard on the line for the Capital Maulstars.
Belly flop looks like they're lining up a little bit towards the outside lane. Let's see if they try to utilize that.
Well, what's not going to work is Annie Rexick and Sarah Ranger holding down that outside lane to prevent belly flop from even trying to sneak on the outside. While Merle Hazard only had to push past an Oregon pivot, looks like, who is headed to the ACS penalty box. Shrugged at the penalty box time. We're like, I don't know what I got called on, but it's my number.
That was resting blitz space. He's pivoting for Oregon. Has some time in the ACS penalty box to think about bad things she has done.
Right, and then Merle Hazard putting another 4 on the board for Capital Maulstars. And it looks like belly flop has the hat in hand, not expecting to get through as easily. Oh, there she goes. Right on Merle's tail. However, not lead. I thought the jam rat for Oregon was signaling a penalty.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Somehow the jam got called off. Well, Merle Hazard looked like almost at the box.
Yeah,
I mean,
Merle Hubbard they were sitting down. I did notice that. All fully out of bounds, calling the jam. But, you know.
Not skating at an increased speed, so wouldn't be skating out of bounds,
Technically. All right, well, we got Ragnar Roxy out there jamming for Team Oregon again.
And Ali Sun rocking the yellow hair tie, jamming for Capital Maulstars, and just runs right up and through.
Roxy still going, inside, outside, using some lateral movement to try to find a hole in that Sacramento line. And also doubling up as a blocker there, as put a decent hit on Allison, prevented her from taking the inside line and getting past the Oregon defense.
It looks like the penalty block, the ACS penalty box is now cleared. 4 points on the board from Ali Sun. I'm watching the star, and she goes zooming straight up into the pack, doesn't kill her speed, and is out for another 4. Oh, I thought she was calling. She's just adjusting her shirt.
Yeah. So Allison having a pretty successful jam here, 8 on the board so far. And meanwhile, Slade Marion made a cap pass, I think, over for Team Oregon. Yeah. As Slade Marion is jamming, but also still mired in the pack.
And we have the century mark for Capital Maulstars. Everybody raise a toast. Raise your Coca-Cola. I raise my smoothie. Toast to century mark for Capital Maulstars. Excellent. So we're looking at 101 Sacramento inside Oregon.
And we are back with a new jam with Alley Cat lining up for about, I think, the 3rd or 4th jam today. This
on there for Sacramento. 10 minutes left in the half.
Alley trying to muscle their way through the middle of the pack and having some success there. So, first time in a while, we have both jammers free of the pack. So let's see what happens next.
I think when it comes to these 2 jammers, the pair-up is pretty even. We're looking at them oftentimes pacing each other.
Got a quick medic check here. Looks like everybody's back on their feet, so maybe nothing to look at.
It's just a little owie.
A little slow to get up. They were just checking to make sure everything's okay.
I like to take stock of what's going on in the body. Like, okay, am I seriously hurt? Am I just hurt? Or can I just jump up and do it again? Sometimes you really just, self-care is important. You really got to just say, okay, I am going to get up slower than normal.
Yeah, you don't have to always try to play through the pain. Now we've got an official timeout there. They're talking about some things. Team Sacramento briefly doing, I think, the hokey pokey. I'm not sure.
I thought they were raising the roof.
Oh, that was probably even better. Hey, while And while we have this time out, it's time to talk about one of our great sponsors. Empire's Comics Vault and Hot Sauce is the longest running sponsor of roller derby in Sacramento. Ben Schwartz not only included our skaters in an original comic book, but we're also in the children's book that he wrote about his pug dogs. See them both for yourself the next time you visit the store at 1120 Fulton Avenue in Sacramento, not too far from Fulton and Hurley. It's a great shop. Ben's a great guy, and the pug dogs are adorable. There's really no reason not to go to Empire's Comics Vault.
Yeah, if you are looking at our Twitch stream, you actually get an opportunity to check out the owners of Empire's Comics and the pugs. Is it only one pug or two pugs?
There's always two. We lost Roly Poly, which was sad, but Roly Poly got replaced with Pepper. So we have Pepper and Captain Dylan right now. Those are, yeah.
Is there a story behind Captain Dylan's?
I think it is a reference to an old science fiction show, Andromeda, which I have never seen, but I think that's right. I could be wrong.
Andromeda? I recall that was on many ages ago.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
Believe it or not, the guy that owns a comic book store is kind of a nerd.
Nerd.
Not in a bad way.
I don't know that you can say nerd in a bad way these days.
Nah, not at all.
Kind of a label of pride for a lot of nerds.
Yeah. It's a deep cut science fiction reference. That's my understanding. It's not a show I've seen, but looks
sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah.
Very sci-fi. And it looks like Sacramento packed on the track while having their little chit-chat. We're also having a hug it out moment.
Yeah, a little team hug.
Team hug it out. Keep them spirits high. Sometimes, even if you're winning, you're having a hard time because your body hurts.
You can do that to show affection, but if you're doing it during the bout, you're going to get a call. If you both have you, yeah.
No multiplayer.
No multiplayer hugs, yeah. All right. And again, just to reset things for you, we have belly flop jamming for Oregon, and we have Swifty jamming for Sacramento. Swifty found the outside lane easily. They tried to put,
Nice flip around.
yeah, they tried to put a pretty good hit on her, but she managed to do a nice pivot move and got free of the pack.
I like the back and forth that Swifty's been doing, really opening the pack up. There's that 4-point first score of this jam. We got the team on the bench raising the roof.
Now, we had a cap pass. So we have resting Blitzface jamming again for Oregon.
Well, I mean, we have resting Blitzface putting on the jammer cap, but raising the roof, Swifty called it off before they got out of
And
the third turn.
to be absolutely fair, she did not get a chance to put on the jammer cap. She thought about it, and
Started putting it on, and then the whistles blew.
yeah, whistles blew. A quick call, but another 8 on the board for Sacramento.
Currently, we're at just over 8 minutes left in this half with 111 Sacramento and 29 Oregon.
We have Roxy jamming for Team Oregon.
And foreclosure out immediately. There was a huge hole on the outside, opened up by her players, her blockers, trying to see what it was. Sour Ranger. Sour Ranger has been amazing on offense today.
They sure have.
I've seen quite a big hole anywhere they're standing for their jammer. They're just like, nope, open it up.
I think we had Ragnar Roxy there actually followed the hole that was created to allow foreclosure through.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yep.
Very seriously, a very quick jam. Put 2 points on the board for Sacramento that last jam. Merle Hazard giving a little bit bump for Alley Cat. Trying to throw her off a bit, but it didn't work. Alley Cat once again hot on the field. This is an even matchup between these two skaters, so it's really going to take them to not just put on the heat, but be strategic about calling it off. And in this one, it was almost a point match. We had
Yeah.
Hazard getting 3, Alley Cat getting 2. Wasn't quite fast enough to call it off before Alley Cat grabbed those blockers in the back for points.
And as we're settling into this match, we're seeing more points go up. We had some really stifling defense being played earlier, and I think either we're figuring some things out or we have some tired legs on the second day of a 2-day tournament.
Absolutely. Oregon going into their second game of the day, back to back. That's tough. I mean, we had a bit of a sizable break to,
Yeah.
give people time to grab a snack, rest, relax for a little bit, maybe talk strategy.
Yep.
But 2 hours between your last game and your next game is still not a lot of time to recover.
No.
Allison lead
And resting Blitface received the cap pass.
Oh, Allie still eating. Allie ate on this jam so far.
A little jammer on jammer hit that created a little space.
Oh.
Yeah. That hit allowed Allie to get another 4 points that she may not have been able to pick up if she had the other jammer right on her there. So.
Yeah, it would have been pretty hard for her defense to hold back the jammer without potentially getting in her way.
Right.
And Dulcie back in the line for Maulstars.
And Ragnar Roxy is back out there for Team Oregon.
From her blockers to, there it is, hold on to basically the pack and squeeze them in so that you can get through without a lot of contact.
No, Payne was doing a little work trying to muscle through a tripod there, but her team basically pushed that tripod in and opened up the inside lane, or out and opened up the inside lane for her, and she was able to just skate by, didn't have to fight. All right, we believe we had a cap pass because I'm pretty sure Slade Marion didn't start.
Yeah, Slade Marion normally has the penalty. Not the penalty, sorry, the pivot pass.
Slade Marion put 4 points up, but Sacramento certainly wasn't making it easy. I think every time she thought she was free of the pack, it was catching up to her.
Right.
They got 2 or 3 extra hits that you might not see otherwise. Yeah,
a lot of yelling. Oh, and Road Warrior will be joining. Oh, Road Warrior will be waved off until this is open for her to serve as soon as she puts it down.
Well, that's turning into a very successful power jam for Team Oregon. It's been their best jam of the bout so far. I think we're up to 20 there.
Yeah, over her own player's foot.
You know, whatever works. So, little bit of discombobulation in the Sacramento defensive line as we've had some penalties, and that has created opportunity for Team Oregon. They've taken full advantage. 20 points up for Team Oregon.
Went from a power jam for Oregon to now a power jam for Payne Dulcie. Looks like we went the whole 2 minutes for that one. And
we have an official timeout.
Yeah.
Looks like Blue is calling for a review, I think.
Yes.
See,
we'll see what Shock has said.
Shock and Auburn out there discussing with the officials what she thought she saw. And we'll see if the officials agree.
I'm interested to see what they were concerned about.
Yeah, there were some interesting calls there. I didn't quite see what sent 2 blockers to there because I was following the jammer, and the calls came a little late. Yeah.
Low blocking the jammer. However, the jammer? Was it the jammer?
Jammer got a back block on me.
Oh. So their concern, Sacramento's concern is that the jammer back blocked.
No, our concern is the points. The jammer didn't get 3 points.
Oh, yeah. See, I was right. The jammer didn't get 3 of the points that they had grabbed.
You're in a debate with yourself. I was just listening to you go, but...
Sorry, no. We had a little inside info from one of the players who gave me the tea.
Thought that the hips got past a couple of Oregon blockers that didn't end up on the board. Yeah. Still, even with that, Oregon has to be pretty pleased with that jam. They kind of broke it open for the first time tonight. Yeah. And doing quick math, 40% of their points were in that last jam, roughly. I'm fancy.
Percentages, come on now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pretty excited to see all the action in that. But what's crazy is like the most action and getting all kinds of people going to the penalty box. And now we have an official review. It's not that it necessarily got messy. It was like a controlled chaos.
Well, I mean, I think it was messy in a way that helped Oregon. The pack started spreading apart. There were multiple penalties on Sacramento that kept picking apart their defensive line, and it just created a bunch of gaps, and Oregon just pounced. They were really able to take advantage of that, getting a lot of easy points on the board, which is what they need right now. So.
Yeah. So it looks like we have, the Oregon jammer is sitting in the box. We've got an Oregon pivot in the box and an Oregon blocker in the box. So we've got 3 Oregon blockers hanging out at the track right there. Oh, let's see. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, we have 3 in the box and 3 on the track.
The jammer is
wait,
one of them.
That is Rhodes Warrior in the pivot. So that's the Maulstars. So yes, they have jammer and a pivot.
Oh.
Or jammer and a blocker in the box for Oregon, and the pivot for Sacramento.
Yeah. I was not getting what you were saying. If you were counting Rhodes for the other team, yeah, that probably.
I was counting Rhodes for the other team. It's hard to see in the corner. They
No.
sat us in the corner.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't have the best angles on things.
And that's actually kind of funny. Roller derby, skated in an oval, but it's all about the angles.
It's all about the angles.
Let's see if we're gonna.
I do love that. Because everywhere we've, until we built the Bearhouse here, every place they've had an announcer's booth, you could not see who was jamming when the jam started. That's, yeah, it's so great to just be able to look up and see the numbers.
Yeah, having an eyeball from the back of the back of the jammer line as opposed to looking straight on at the jammer line. It's like there's so many people. And
Yeah.
Are you able to recognize them in their gear or their faces from very, very far away? No.
No. So we are on. We are starting with a power jam. That penalty was called right at the end of the last jam, so I think it's going to be almost a full 30 seconds here for Swifty.
Pretty easily as her 3 remaining blockers were able to kind of do a bit of a sweep to the outside.
And we said.
A little hop, skip, jump, and she's got 4 points.
And now Team Sacramento back up at full strength as Rhodes just popped out of the ACA penalty box.
Rhodes running some offense, very effective. Swifty has 4 more points.
I think we had and Team Oregon, Slade Marion has popped out of the ACS penalty box for Oregon, giving them a jammer and a chance to get back in this.
And that's 4 more points for Swifty. I believe we're at 12 for Sacramento so far. Oh, Swifty trying to follow Slade Marion. Unable to quite do it.
Yeah. Swifty read the room there, saw Slade Marion was going to have an opportunity to get some points and said, no, we're not going to have that. Called the jam off. We have 14 for Sacramento and 0 for Team Oregon.
Yeah, Ragnar Roxy from Oregon was really making sure that Payne Dolce was not able to get out. She was the last person holding Payne back. Holding back the pain.
Holding back.
And that was pretty nice for Oregon's jammer at the time to get some space.
Yeah, belly flop and the forecloser jamming this round. They're both trying to
go. Or were they standing? Oh.
No, they were standing. Both of them started on the inside. A forecloser quickly went to the outside.
Just using a bulldozer move. Don't turn around and face me. I'm just going to bulldoze you. Oh.
That was less Spider-Man and more Juggernaut. Just a forecloser just barreled through the Team Oregon line, showing some of that strength.
Right, and I had seen London Rumbler just barrel in and push face on towards the inside one of the Maulstars. It's getting heated out there.
Yeah, belly flop just cycled to the back of the pack again. Looks to be looking to her pivot for a little help.
What was interesting too at the beginning of the jam, belly flop was trying to run some defense by throwing her hip into forecloser. Forecloser kind of like step back and look at her like, is that it?
It's probably not the right jammer to try that with. No, not at all. Well, it was a Team Oregon continues to be a little frustrated by that strong Sacramento defense. 12 on the board for Sacramento and 0 for Team Oregon in that jam.
Oh. And the overall score at this point for Capital Maulstars is 158, Team Oregon 51. It looks like we might be getting one more jam out of this half. I thought we were already into the halftime, but it looks like the clock on the scoreboard.
This will be the last one.
We have Moral Hazard squeaking through there for the Maulstars.
Ragnar Roxy attempting to pick apart a tripod that is formed up in front of her for SRD.
I've been up against that tripod, and it is not fun to go against. We've got Bird Dog, we've got Rhodes Warrior, we've got Hit and Run. That is definitely a wall I would not want to fight.
Well, we do have a lead jammer. It's Ragnar Roxy for Team Oregon. So in this last jam, the Oregon will be kind of controlling their own destiny. They're going to see if they can get some points on the board. Do we?
I saw Moral Hazard get out first, right off the bat, but I guess she might have gotten a no pass, no penalty, and didn't actually get lead. That was crazy. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I can't think of another explanation either. It's the second time today. You don't see it too often.
I almost wish that we had access to the switch stick. Ooh, nice flip, flip, flip. Moral Hazard gaining her bearings and heading off.
Spun her way through the pack.
Exactly. It's like a little cyclone Tasmanian devil move over there. But yeah, one of these days we're going to get our Twitch stream probably able to watch some replays. I would love to scroll through and find out what happened with that lead jammer situation. Looks like we've got a
Yeah.
timeout as we go into the halftime. Trying to see if we're going to stop the clock before the timeout.
Which one?
Hello. I don't think that's working. Hello.
Let's see if we can figure it out. This is the blue one. Should be this channel.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing.
It should be hot. It's just not working.
Hello. Maybe that's it?
Yeah, I think
That's fine. That's fine. Can I give this to you for just a second? Okay.
Hey, but we are getting ready for
Halftime shenanigans.
halftime shenanigans. We have the human slot machine. It is your last opportunity to run up and grab some tickets for that. It's fun, and you can win some pretty great prizes. Snacks, T-shirts, beer, vampire tees, and, of course, tickets to future bouts. So last call, go grab a ticket for the human slot machine. You can get it at the merch booth near the doors.
And they're only $2. Attention, everybody. Attention, everybody. If you have a gray VW Golf, your license plate is 7VPD 907. That's 7 Victor Papa Delta 907. Your parking spot is actually part of the back street that goes behind the warehouse. So if you could please move your car, you're blocking a major roadway. Looks like a minor roadway. But if you have a green VW Golf, license plate 7VPD 907, please move your car to an actual parking spot. Thank you.
Is it working? It is. Oh, yes, I can hear myself now. Fantastic. We are about to play Human Slot Machine. Woo! Let's give a hand for our Wheels of Fury. Wheels of Fury. You're my Wheels of Fury. Yes. All right. So our first person is up here. Are you ready? Push that button. Tell me to stop. Tell me to stop. Stop! Oh, but that's okay. Everyone's a winner at the Bearhouse. Go pick out a little something out of the little treasure chest. Thank you so much. All right, come on up. Go ahead. All right, big hit on the count. Oh, go for it. And stop. Nope. Wah, wah. I'm so sorry. Go ahead and pick something out of here. You're a winner still in my book. So what are we doing here? A chance to win a t-shirt, bout tickets, beer. Are you ready? Hit it. When do you want to? Do you want me to keep going? All right, pick something. 2, you won Snack Shack. Go ahead and get yourself a little treat at the Eat Your Baby Cafe. That is a derby term for anyone that doesn't know what that means. All right, so what do you want to say to the wheels?
Let's fucking go.
Oh, careful. Family-friendly event. Family-friendly. And we're rolling. Stop. Oh, wah, wah. All right, come on over. Step right up. So I need 1 ticket to play. Hand me a ticket. Excellent job. Come over here, hit that button, and then you tell me when you want. Oh, go for it. Go for it. And when you want to. Oh, stop. 2, you won. Congratulations. Go see my friend Ada. Come on over. What do you want to win today? Anything. I love it. Low expectation, high reward. All right, hit that button. And we're rolling. Stop. Pick. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Nope, you're gonna head over this way. There's still something to choose. Hi, Charlotte. Come on over. Can I have your ticket, please? Thank you so much. All right, go ahead and hit that button. Oh. Okay, go ahead and. Oh, you win! Ada! Yay! That's a winner, 2. All right, thank you, sir. Are you ready? What are you wanting to win? A beer? You want my boots? Sir, these are not for sale. All right, hit that button for me. And we're going. Stop. Oh, I'm so sorry, Donna. Right over here, we still have something for you. Come on over. Just 1 for me. And then you're going to hit that button and go for it. Big money, big money. Now? Tell them to stop? Stop.
I didn't know.
Oh, it's okay. You can. It's a create your own adventure. Oh, but I'm so sorry. You still win something. All right, Ashlyn. Give me a ticket. Thank you. Hit that button, my friend. And tell me to stop. Stop. You won! 2 beers. Good job. Go see my friend Ada. Fantastic. Oh. All the candy. All right, you ready? Okay, hit that button. And you won! Let's go! Snack Shack.
Everyone grab the bell.
No, do not talk to my wheels into winning. Hit it. And go. Pick. Oh, Donna. Wah, wah. Come on over this way. Give me a ticket. Perfect. Go ahead and hit that button for me. Boop. And when you want him to stop. Oh, we're done. It was a quick. Oh, you won! That's a big Congratulations! Oh my gosh, the wheels are turning. All right, give me a ticket, sir. See, just like that, you too could be a winner. Hit that button for me. Let's see, and stop. Oh, Oh, Donna. I'm sorry. If you want to go see my friend Ada, she's got a little something for you. It's so exciting. I know. I can barely contain myself. Oh, hi. Thank you. Go ahead. Hit that button. Oh. And... Oh, you won. Good job. Very exciting. All right. Okay. I need that one. Thank you. Hit that button for me. And we're going. Stop. Oh, it's okay that we still have fun things for you to go pick out over there. All right. Oh, wait, you just cut a little kid off. John. One sec. And we're running. Oh, Bonna. Go see my friend. It's all right. Come on over. Hit that button for me. Oh, no, sir. Hi, Charlie. Come on over. All right, you guys. Big money for Charlie. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Hit it. Stop. Oh, Bono. So sorry. Come on over. Thank you. Okay, you ready? Big money. Let's go, Wheels. Oh, so close yet so far away, my friend. Come on over. Ticket to play. Thank you. All right, big money. Hit it. And stop. Oh, it was so close. I saw yellow. I'm so sorry, but see my friend Ada anyways. All right, your turn. Big money. What are you wanting today, sir? Pizza. Oh, pizza. That's not even on the menu. Hit it. Let's go.
Ladies, slow down.
Oh, all right, and
now.
Nope, nothing. Nothing. All right, come on over. I have new players. Go ahead, give me a ticket. Thank you so much. Come on over, hit this button for me. Hit it. Big money. And tell them when you want them to stop.
Stop.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but there are some fun things over there in that basket. Oh, she's giving you. Do you want to? It's a temporary tattoo. Fun. All right, hit it. Big money. And stop. 2, you won Snack Shack. Enjoy a tasty treat from the Eat Your Baby Cafe. Derby term, I promise. All right, come on over. Go ahead, hit that button, big money. And stop. Ultrasounds, you get to go to the Eat Your Baby Cafe too. Fantastic. Come on over. Hit that button for me, sir. All right, run, go. And stop. Oh my gosh! I got excited. Okay, fantastic. All right, that's 2 big winners today. I love it. Come on over. Thank you. All right. Okay, go for it. And stop. 2, you won a snack from the Eat Your Baby Cafe. See my friend Ada. We got 2 bells. And last but not least, hit it. Oh, what is he going to do? What's going to happen? Keep going. And, 2, that's a treat from our Snack Shack. Do you have more tickets? Fantastic. Let's keep going. Go ahead and hit that button for me. Big money. Oh, stop. Oh, womp womp. All right. Is this your last one? Okay, big money. Everyone, let's send our wheels some good vibes. Come on, wheels. Hit. Oh, I tried so hard for you, sir. I'm so sorry. But that's all right. See my friend Ada. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed that game, there will be more like it in the future. Oh, there's more? Save them. You can if you want. Okay, no problem. This game will happen again. Thank you. All money, all proceeds go to this beautiful warehouse to fix this floor. I really appreciate you coming out to celebrate and be here with us today for roller derby. I say roller. You say derby. Roller. Roller. I say roller. You derby. Roller. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Oregon. Thank you so much. Where are my Oregon fans? Oregon in the house. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. See you next time. Is my hair crazy? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right.
And we are almost back from halftime. Another 2 minutes left on the clock. You see both teams getting some last-minute strategy to see how they're going to attack this second half. We have SRD, the Maulstars, there with a commanding lead of 166-55 over Team Oregon. I heard the bear roar going off there. They are ready and primed.
Hello? Am I good? Am I good? I can't.
Nikki.
Nikki. This is Nick from Jerk Street Taco that has been outside working away and giving us delicious food. She just wants to go ahead and say hi.
Hello everyone, we're outside. Jerk Street Tacos. We are a family-owned business selling, serving up jerk, Jamaican, spice street tacos, bratwurst, wings, all the things.
All right. Thank you so much, Nick, for all your hard work and your family out here to help us.
Thank you for having us. See you next time.
I'm using my massage. See what I did? Yeah, I'm going to fix it in a minute. If I want to be in the pit.
So
Here, you scooch over a little bit. That way. Oh, this is backwards. Huh.
all right, and we are back on. Looks like we have a hunched over skater for Oregon. Can't see that number.
1-3.
Can you see the one?
At least 3. Yeah, Slady Marion.
It's Slade Marion.
Slade Marion. Oh, Slady. Like
Slady.
Slady Lady.
All right, Slade Marion jamming for Oregon. Oh, nice job.
And Allison skating or jamming for Sacramento. It's a lot of people skating for
A lot of people
Sacramento.
skating for Sacramento, but Slade Marion got the kind of easy pass through the pack that Oregon really kind of needs right now.
Oh, and it looks like Slade Marion went for that juicy opening over there, and it was a psych. Because
okay.
Smith said no.
I wasn't sure that they managed to get their hips past before they were out of bounds, but they got 3 on the board. So.
Yeah, I mean.
No, actually, I take it back. That's Sacramento got 3 on the board.
Sacramento got 3 on the board. Myth actually just knocked Slade Marion into the inbound after opening up that hold, being like, go this way, go this way.
Yep.
And then gotcha.
All right, we are back for our second jam of the second half.
Swifty for Sacramento. And it looks like
Alley Cat.
Alley Cat, yeah. It's the same team up of mashers. Same mashup of jammers.
Yeah, I mean, you see that. There's usually both teams have 3 or 4 jammers, and you'll see the same matchups over and over again throughout the bout.
Swifty looking to the bench to find out, do I need to call it or not?
they're giving her the go-ahead.
Just
Alley Cat
go.
is going to try to get some points of their own there for Oregon.
Oh, and safe slide to home base.
Nice block from Team Oregon there.
Yeah, sending Swifty into a nice baseball slide.
That
now
was-
they've got her stuck on the inbounds.
Shrimp and roll twice in a row. Knocked Swifty out. And we're going for number 3.
Alley Cat out of the pack.
Some nice blocking from Shrimp there. They did a great job of frustrating Swifty. That could have been a lot worse for Team Oregon.
Right, but Swifty was still able to manage getting those 3 points before getting truly recycled all the way around. Now we got the 4 closer on the line for Sacramento.
I think that's belly flop with
It
her
is.
ponytail hanging over the number 1.
Right, I think we made this comment yesterday about the ponytails hanging out the back of the helmet, covering numbers and names.
Well, when you don't know the skater, it can be a little challenging, but I think belly's really the only one that has one that's given me any trouble. So I
Right.
know if it's a ponytail, it's probably belly flop. Hey,
Now
belly
we're-
flop having a hard time getting around a tough Sacramento tripod.
Yeah, I saw the 4 closer cut to the out, cut to the in. It looked like belly flop was going to try and take the hole that 4 closer headed in on the inside off the whistle. She tried to follow it. The hole was quickly closed up right after 4 closer went through. 4 closer going in and out, zigging, zagging from the in to the out to the in to the out until the pack was spread out enough that she was able to just get on through, get her lead, and now she's going to contact the pack for her second run of points. 8 points for Sacramento.
Yeah, belly flop has hat in hand. I think has been looking to do a cap pass to her pivot.
She did it,
and
but
she
it
got
looks
it.
like
So we
Yeah,
have
it
a
looks
new
like she was
jammer.
held
We have
back.
resting blitz face jamming for Team Oregon. Sacramento doing a great job of keeping those 2 apart, making sure that belly flop could not do that cap pass and get some forward momentum by passing off to her pivot.
right. And with the focus on getting Oregon's jammer out, the blockers on Oregon's side were unable to effectively cover the track and reduce the space that Sacramento's jammer was able to get through. It was so smooth for her.
Yeah. Well, we have Slade Marion lined up against Hazard for Sacramento.
Yeah, Merle Hazard is one of those really explosive jammers, as you can see. Straight off the line, she's in the back of the blockers who are just usually taken off guard because she zooms right off of the line like that. She's trying to take that inside space. She finds it, squeezes to the middle, and is out for her first 4 of this jam.
And Slade Marion has freed herself from the pack.
But
Unfortunately, it's kind of
yeah.
hard to be sneaky about that when you're right in front of Merle. That was an
Right.
easy call for Merle to make.
Exactly. Merle doesn't even have to turn her head to see where the opposition
No,
is.
did not have to see where the jammer was. The jammer is 5 feet in front of you. So, yep, a quick call from Merle once Team Oregon had gotten free of the pack. And we had 4 for Sacramento on that last jam. I think we got Alley Cat. Yeah, Alley Cat jamming for Team Oregon again.
And Payne Dulce. Sorry,
Dulce.
Payne Dulce.
I was mispronouncing that all day yesterday and a bit today, but I think I got it now. Dulce.
Dulce. Yeah, I thought that Dolce was how it's pronounced, but
Yeah.
it's not my name. So, I mean, I have a silly name that nobody can pronounce. Velociraptor or Velociraptor. See,
You changed it, and that throws me.
I changed it slightly,
I know. All
but
right.
everybody called me Velocity, and that's not a word. But anyway, we have Alley Cat lead jammer for Oregon with Payne Dulce hot on their heels.
Yep. A rare opportunity for Team Oregon here to kind of control their own fate.
Oh, looks like she got her 2 points, 3 points.
3
There was
points.
1 in the box.
Yeah. 3 points. For,
Three. Yeah, no, 3 points for Sacramento. Looking pretty good out there.
except it was Team Oregon. But other than that, that was an accurate
Thank
statement.
you. I
But
am
no,
so distracted at the very moment.
three for Team Oregon. Good, smart, heads-up jamming from Alley Cat. Got hers and made sure that Sacramento did not get theirs.
Yeah, I think they're really tired of the point matching that
I think Belly
has been
Flop heard
happening.
us complaining about the ponytail because it's not there right now.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Belly Flop. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yes, Belly Flop versus Swifty. Belly Flop fast out of the pack. She is lead.
Yep, well, a little bit of a dynamic change. We're seeing some success on offense that Oregon just hasn't had up until now.
Yeah, you know, maybe tucking the ponytail made her more aerodynamic.
Yeah, ponytail came right out, I will point out.
Hey, but that's when she hit the pack.
Yep.
So then she's stuck a little bit. She's calling it off. Let's see. I think she got 3,
I would
4.
say 3.
She got all 4
She
of
got all
them.
4. I thought she had one on the other side.
Fantastic run from Team Oregon, that jam.
Yeah.
It's
Shipping
the
away.
aerodynamics, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's like when swimmers shave off all their hair,
Yes.
body hair. Same type of thing, except with ponytails. You tuck it in your jersey, and you're going to be that much quicker. All right, we have Slade Marion out there again for Oregon.
And the 4 closer out there for the Maulstars. What's interesting is Slade Marion last game was only really playing as a pivot and taking the hat from time to time. This game, she's been one of the primary jammers for Oregon.
She also was primarily a pivot the first half, I think. My suspicion is that the Oregon Jammers, since they had 2 bouts today, are just getting tired, so they're getting some fresh legs in there, or fresher at any rate.
Absolutely. And we've got the 4 closer entering the pack full speed, trying to break up that, oh no, trying to break up the tripod. And unfortunately, as she entered, apparently the inside, the jam ref, her jam ref saw her pull a forearm penalty, unfortunately, but it is a power jam for Oregon. Team Oregon can take this opportunity to close that gap a bit better.
Well, Slade Marion, I thought, had freed herself from the pack, but it turns out she was taking a knee and she's getting cycled to the back. Her blockers are ready to try to help her poke some holes in that Sacramento defense. She's going inside, seeing if she has any success there.
Yeah, Bird Dog making it look like that inside was wide open, allowing for Mo Dirt to get in there and stop her.
Yeah.
Taking another knee. Slade Marion is, oh my gosh, having a hard time. That was a pretty tough block from Bird Dog once again.
Yep. Well, and 4 closer has gotten free, and
That's a 4-point right there.
Right. There's no lead jammer now, right?
No, because the 4 closer went to the box. Yeah, she was originally the lead jammer, got her penalty.
I couldn't remember if she had gotten it yet or not. So yeah, we have we're gonna have a full 2-minute jam. Not that there's a lot left of that 2 minutes.
Right, about 10 seconds right now.
Yeah.
With another 4 up for the 4 closer.
Team Oregon's finally gotten free for their qualifying pass.
That was the initial pass. It took her almost 2 whole minutes. 1 minute and 50 seconds out of a 2-minute jam to get out of the. It just really speaks to the defense from the Maulstars.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that before. I would like to point out that Forecloser did fell and did a forward roll and made it look like that was just a normal derby thing to do, popped right back up, and I was like, that looks intentional. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, the falls that I've seen her do over the years have been quite entertaining. She definitely looks like she's taken some jiu-jitsu and has learned how to roll out of a fall. Ooh, and Merle Hazard trying to run up. Gets hit out of bounds by number 99.
And we have Alley Cat for Oregon has now not grabbed lead jammer status, but is free of the pack for their qualifying round.
Yeah, so unfortunately Merle Hazard was hit out of bounds by Hellslinger. Hellslinger did go out of bounds as well, but Merle Hazard was making sure she played it safe and went and was cycled all the way to the back of the pack, making it harder for her to get out.
Yep. Alley Cat got 4 on the board.
And Merle Hazard just realizing that she was having the coach call, and she was like, thank you. And she's so tired.
Yeah.
Looks like we're doing the hot to go, Pam Dulce.
And belly flop lined up again for Team Oregon. Looks like we have the Sacramento defense being anchored by Shock and Auburn out there. Let's see Bird Dog. Couple of our veteran skaters. And London Rumbler forcing Payne Dulce to cycle to the back of the pack. after knocking her out of bounds.
Payne Dulce trying to split apart that pack that is just, the tripod was so chest to chest that there was absolutely no space for Payne Dulce to squeeze through. She's just been trying to break up those tripods. Looks like Bird Dog got a penalty.
And
Payne Dulce is still on the track, getting more points. We've got
Belly Flop has lead jammer status and has gotten 6 points, I think. I saw 2 a minute ago, I thought. Oh, no, that was yell for lead jammer. That's how dumb I am. No, okay, so we have a lead jammer in Belly Flop who's already got 1 scoring pass, has a minute basically to see if she can do some more damage.
Yeah, on the last pass, as Payne Dulce was trying to get into the pack, there was a directional hit from London Rumbler. Unfortunately, we were starting to fill up the ACS penalty box. We have 1 of each. We got a blue, we got a yellow in the box with Bird Dog standing. Resetting the pack, we've got Swifty out there.
And Slade Marion is jamming for Team Oregon.
And it's a 6-pack out there, 3 and 3.
So we'll see how the defenses adjust to being a blocker down. All right, and we have both jammers out of the pack. And Payne quickly calls it off, not wanting to allow Team Oregon to get any points. I'm sorry, Swifty calling it off. I looked down at the mixing board and I lost track of who's who and where we're at.
This is what I'm saying, getting distracted easy. I got ADHD, and there's so many knobs and levers over here.
Well, you know what they say, when you have ADHD, hey, look, a squirrel.
Yep.
All right, we have Alley Cat jamming for Team Oregon.
And we've got Merle Hazard for Sacramento.
Merle Hazard. I don't know how these skaters have so much energy after 2 days of tournament, but they do. Looks like Allie's son did something she's not proud of. So we have a Sacramento pivot going to sit in the ACS penalty box.
She did yield and tell the refs that she was getting off the track there. Everyone's putting their hands in the air like they just don't care.
Looks like we got 2 for SRD there. I think that got correctly marked. But I don't think anything else is happening. All right, we're just ready for another jam.
No, it was just really messy out there.
Yeah. I thought there might be an indication of a foul that I missed, but I don't think there was. All right.
Yeah,
so
I was looking for that too.
And we got Swifty and Belly Flop out there jamming for their respective team. Belly Flop did a great job of finding an inside lane. Her blockers were helping her out, clearing it out.
Looks like Payne Dulce got into a little pushing match. Oregon pushing them out, and then Sacramento pushing them out. So Payne Dulce was able to get back on the track without having to recycle, and was given the no pass, no penalty from the ref because everybody went out of bounds except for 2 people, basically.
Yeah. Well, Belly Flop played some smart heads-up derby. I thought should have some points on the board, but yeah, 2. They should be here pretty soon. And I think successfully called that jam before SRD was able to get any.
Looks like the Maulstars are calling for a team timeout. And take this opportunity once again to shout out our vendors. Let's see. Today, we're going to mention some of our vendors here in the Bearhouse. We had yesterday Tours Quad Shop. Unfortunately not here today, but you can definitely go down and check her out downtown. Berry Crafty, we're having a Berry Crafty table from Sacramento Roller Derby players and affiliates making crafts for you to buy. There's some cute little crochet animals brought to you by Jelly. We've got tie-dye, I believe, by Sour Ranger. There's all kinds of fun little goodies over there at the Berry Crafty table. Go ahead and check that out. See what other hobbies the skaters have, which sounds like I'm lying, but there are other hobbies that the skaters have. We've got the Team Philippines table over there selling merchandise. Make sure you get that before they head out.
I got myself a Team Philippines shirt because when am I going to get another opportunity to get a Team Philippines roller derby shirt?
Unless you go to the World Cup.
I'm going to be the coolest guy at my workplace as I go in with my Team Philippines roller derby shirt.
That's fantastic.
The envy of my peers. All right, we are back on, and looks like we have Slade Marion jamming again for Team Oregon against the forecloser. Not sure we've seen these two jam together. Maybe.
I don't believe we have, at least not intentionally. It could have been the first half that Slade Marion had picked up the hat and jammed against forecloser, but not necessarily this matchup of jammers.
Both jammers out of the pack. Let's see how forecloser plays this. She has Slade Marion right on her tail there.
Yeah, so she was able to pass up the first couple of blockers on one foot and backwards. And lost a little bit balance there. Right back up, was able to get past the final Oregon blocker. Got all 4 points on that pass.
And Slade Marion, though, a little jammed up there, not able to make that easy pass through the pack.
Would she be jammed up if she's not actually jamming because she's stopped?
Yeah, I don't know, blocked up? Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds like
I'd say she'd be blocked up, but that's also got other connotations.
Yeah, I'm not sure that sounds right, yeah. I'm going to stick with jammed up, even though I get it.
That's hecka funny.
Yeah.
Don't forget to get some tasty food. Today's food vendor outside is Jerk Chicken Taco.
Jerk Chicken Tacos. I had the 3 tacos, were a combo of 1 of each meat. Very good.
Try the whole set. Now we've got Merle Hazard skating for the Maulstars, having a hard time getting past that 3-wall of Oregon, but she definitely picks him off one by one.
And we have Alley Cat jamming again for Team Oregon. We've seen this matchup more than a few times.
Right. Trying to see if this is going to work. Alley Cat has pulled the cap off. There is no Oregon. Well, I spoke too soon. Not near the Oregon pivot yet, but she's out.
She's out. She thought she had a clear path on the inside line, but Sacramento closed it off pretty quickly, knocked her out of bounds. So I think she was a bit frustrated, looking maybe to hand off the cap. Well, there. That's how you want to do it. She made it look easy there. She cleared herself from the pack. That was her first scoring pass. She's got 4 on the table.
Ooh, Alley Cat and Merle Hazard, hip to hip. Didn't look like a friendly one, honestly. I've seen the jammers where they're like dancing together, but this was definitely a competitive hip to hip, neck and neck trying to get past, and she does it. Merle Hazard out again of the pack. Once again, having to push that pack, or I'm sorry, the Oregon players apart, so they have to bridge till she gets that final one. She's just pushing and pushing.
So
very intense stamina there. That was like she's taking a nap.
Sacramento trying a slightly different strategy in that they're letting this go, because Team Oregon was in a position that they could get points. A lot of times you'll see it called then. But I think they were feeling pretty good about their defense, and they decided to see if Merle could get a few more points on the board.
Right. Speaking of feeling good, make sure you also get an appointment with Blue at Body Breakdown with Blue over there in our vendor alley. Definitely get yourself right, your body and your mind and your soul with Blue. Body Breakdown.
All right, and Belly Flop is jamming again for Team Oregon.
And we've got Pain Dulce. Yep. I'm tripping over my own tongue.
They've done a good job of spreading out that Sacramento defense, so there just weren't enough blockers left to hold her back, so we have lead jammer status for Belly Flop.
Yeah, Belly Flop definitely taking the Merle Hazard approach and just pushing by themselves. Both of them just pushing by themselves all the way up.
Combination of a little finesse to get by some and then a little muscle to get by the rest. So,
and it looks like we've got a hat pass to Mo Dirt.
So kind of a reversal of what we've seen before.
Oh, but Mo Dirt was not given a chance to pick up any points. Team Oregon over the century mark. We're at Sacramento. Capital Maulstars at 242. Team Oregon 104 with about 11 minutes to go in the game.
Yep, so Team Oregon has crested the 3-digit mark. They're now at 104. And you can see Belly had passed her bench and had lost track of where the opposing jammer was, so she slowed down so she could listen for instruction and correctly called that jam.
We've got Swifty skating for Capital Maulstars.
And Slade Marion is out there once again for Team Oregon.
No pack called, but in order to reform the pack, the front had to move back, and Swifty was let go so that there were no penalty calls on Oregon. Ooh!
Oh, nice.
Slip, dip, and a twist at the end there to get out of the pack. Just didn't touch one person.
Got an opening there and did a really nice 360 pivot to just avoid the hit that was trying to knock her out of bounds.
And coming hot out of the box was Bird Dog, who saw an opportunity to play O as she hit the pack right before Swifty was to get the guy. Apex and ankle jump, quite honestly.
Yeah, I think that left off of 1 foot there.
Yeah. Let's see if she's going to do it again. Yep, just a little hip skip and a dip. She's just taking it safe. She could have skated by, but if she skated by, she probably would have been slow enough that they could have bumped her.
Put a hip on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swifty be flying.
Yep. Got through there quickly. Not a lot of gap given there by the Oregon defense, but just enough. And Swifty took full advantage. So another 16 on the board for Sacramento Roller Derby. The Maulstars.
Yeah, so for a closer up against
Alley Cat.
Yeah, they're having a little friendly jammer chat. So it's friends before the whistle. It's competitive enemies afterwards.
Yeah.
You can see the switch in their faces. It's really funny. Definitely gets a more focused, the foreclosure gets more focused when she's skating.
Right.
But she's friendly as heck.
Oh, yeah, foreclosure is a wonderful person. Alley Cat a little slow to get up. I don't think there was a really hard hit there. And like I said, I just think we're feeling doubleheader today and bouts yesterday.
Quite honestly, I think all the hits are heavy hits with this level of play.
That's true. I'm just saying that yesterday in the first bout I saw, I think Allie would have popped right back up from that one.
Yeah. But as a jammer, you start feeling like tenderized meat.
Yeah. Well, Belly Flop had some. We have an official timeout.
Official review called by
I think Oregon.
Oregon did it. Oregon coach out there.
I'll see what they're asking the refs to look at and what the call is in a minute.
Sometimes an official review from the coaches can be an opportunity for a reset and a calm down for the team on the bench. While we're taking this minute for the officials to officiate the official review, just want to let everyone know, if you find this interesting, we have classes for you. We have Derby 101 for the adults and Derby or Juniors 101 for the kids. Juniors is from 8 to 18, and adults starts above that. I think it's actually
junior 17.
8 to 17, yeah.
When you're 18, you're
an adult.
It's like you're, you know what? It's like a derby bar mitzvah. Bat mitzvah. Bat mitzvah.
Bat mitzvah, yes.
Bat mitzvah
it's a derby bat mitzvah when you go from juniors to adult.
You have become an adult now.
Exactly. It's really crazy, too, when folks are coming up in the juniors program and then they join the adults. Not only do I feel a little old in comparison, but the skill that they bring to the adults teams is just phenomenal.
But Derby is a relatively young sport in its current incarnation. A lot of the people that started Derby when I was first watching were grown women. They may have learned to skate at Derby 101.
That was me.
And then now we have these juniors graduating and becoming adults, and they have already been doing Derby sometimes for 10 years by the time they come and become an adult, and they bring a skill set to the table that we just haven't seen. The next generation of Derby is going to be exceptionally talented.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't always have to look at Derby as playing at this level. If this looks too tough and you do want to play Derby, but at not as a high intensity as this, we do have our recreation program. We do have Derby 201, and that's basically where you learn the Derby part of Derby, as well as we have Wrecking Crew, which is going to be Friday nights, not every Friday night, but the next one is on the 18th. Wrecking Crew, if you are cleared for scrimmaging, in roller derby, come join us. It's going to be just a mismatch of white and black scrimmage tops. And you can come skate with some of skaters here and skaters from all over the region that come to our black and white.
I do think it's worth restating that any skill level is acceptable to come to Derby 101. My kids both went through the juniors program. I had one that was a wall hugger that really could not, that by the end of the first day, she was able to execute a jump.
That's
I mean, not just skate and keep upright. And then eventually did go through the juniors program, skated with their team, and had a good time. So, yeah, you do not have to, you're seeing derby at a very high level out there right now. Don't feel like this, we're going to throw you to the wolves if you come take a class. That's not how that works.
Right. We would just want to thank our business partners when we're looking at Urban Flex Fitness.
Urban Flex Fitness offers TRX and boot camp style workouts along with instructor-led cycling sessions and boxing classes. Visit them online or go hit the gym in person at 5442 Fair Oaks Boulevard in Carmichael. That is Urban Flex Fitness. You can get into derby shape without even playing derby there.
Exactly. Or just get into shape.
Just get into shape.
Any shape.
Well,
no judgment here.
I'm in shape if, you know, considering that round is a shape, so that's fine.
Absolutely. So I'm looking.
Still on that official review.
Yeah, so I'm looking at our calendar. And it's looking like the juniors program starts at the end of the month.
Well,
for their new session. It's a 6-week program on Sundays.
And it's a great, is it Bird Dog that's running the juniors, or is Bird Dog doing the adults?
I believe it's Squid running the juniors.
Nice. All right. Well, we are back on. I have no idea what happened, so if you're looking to me to find out, you're going to be sorely disappointed. But we have Belly Flop out there jamming for Oregon again.
And we've got Merle Hazard out there jamming for Sacramento.
Yeah. Well, I think Merle Hazard's running partner has up until now been Alley Cat, so.
Right. And, oh, wow. So number 42 from Oregon, London Rumbler, definitely caught Merle Hazard with their chest and rode him to the outside and was like, you got to get over here, not over there.
London has had some considerable success blocking today. She's knocked people out multiple times. We've needed to give her compliments more than once.
Yeah, I hope that she's been getting awards for her blocking talents.
I think if it keeps going like this, she's going to get one today. I'm going to say that.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
I didn't see the last Oregon game to see whether or not she got an award, but it was fantastic. Looks like Merle Hazard in the box.
Yeah, we had a penalty. Belly Flop was in the ACS penalty box, and now Merle Hazard is. So we have a power play for Team Power Jam for Team Oregon.
Yep, so we got 55 seconds left.
And Belly Flop was able to complete her qualifying pass. Now she's going to try to get some points while Hazard is taking the seat over there.
Doing the truck and train type attack on the pack, having one of her blockers ahead of her, and she hangs onto the hips and just barrels through, lets her blocker do all the pushing, and then she just hangs on at the end.
Yeah, so, all right.
Oh, and it looks like Belly Flop, scooting around on the outside.
I think she thought she got something there.
I think I'm seeing London Rumbler headed to the box for a multiplayer block up at the front of the pack with that amazing tripod that definitely killed some time for Merle to not get around in more points yet.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fathom strategy. We have 4 on the board for Merle. We had no lead jammer there. Because Belly went into the penalty box.
Yep. There's been quite a bit of jammer penalties this game.
Yeah.
And again, that's still an attestation of the amount of energy that's been expended on these games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
penalties go up as people get tired.
Yes.
All right, we have Ragnar Roxy out there jamming for Oregon. She's
See?
not tired.
We're tired for sure.
I'm tired.
We had Swifty out there for the Capital Maulstars.
Oh, and I think Roxy has found her outside lane. Both jammers out with considerable speed, although Sacramento does have lead jammer status.
Fun fact about Swifty, she is a former collegiate softball player. But now
Nice.
she's ours, one of our jammers.
And Swifty completes a nice little apex jump there to put her second 4-point run on the board. And Bird Dog is heading to the ACS penalty box. I did not see what the call is, but I'm sure it was well deserved, and she's going to take a little rest. So Sacramento is a blocker down. We'll see if that helps Ragnar Roxy get out of the pack, as she has been having some difficulty.
Well, looks like London Rumbler is back at the box, so they're matching players in the ACS penalty box.
That was Link.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Link. Huh?
That was Link. But
Link's got the green helmet. I got to remember that. Oh,
they sure do. All right. And we do have a lead jammer, because Swifty has somehow managed to keep out of the penalty box,
unlike all the other jammers
like
at
pretty
this
much
point.
every other jammer.
Yeah. It's been pretty impressive. It's less than 5 minutes in the game. Sacramento's Capital Maulstars at 282. Team Oregon 1-1-1. It's a palindrome.
Yep. And we have some heavy breathing from the people when they're coming off the track.
Oh, I thought you were going to mention that I was doing that on the mic.
Oh, well, that too. I have notes for you later.
Mouth breathing.
All right. We have Alley Cat up there jamming for Oregon.
Well, it looks like we have Ali Sun out there for Capital Maulstars.
It's the war of the alleys. And
Ali versus Ali.
Alley Cat knocked Ali Sun out and decided to use her energy to cycle her to the back of the pack.
That was beautiful offense offered by Mo Dirt, who just swept the two remaining blockers out of Allison's way.
And Alley Cat used a nice little shoulder shiv there to free herself from the last Sacramento blocker.
That was wild.
Alley Cat actually had a pretty good jam there. It's just Allison had a better one. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, even with a pretty good hit by Heisenbrod, Ali took that momentum and kept it going forward and did not wasn't even close to the line. It was like 2 feet away from the line and kept going.
All right, we got Belly Flop and the Forecloser out there. Forecloser starting about 10 feet back from the pack. Belly Flop right on top of the pack.
And it looks like
Belly Flop
Oregon's,
is probing that Sacramento defense, and one tripod breaks apart and another forms. The second, depending on which two she tries to pry apart.
Yeah, I'm looking at the O for Oregon, and Belly Flop is motioning at her O which person to take down. But now she's looking at passing off that hat, because Forecloser finally got past the final two Oregon players, challenging the arms to get through.
Oregon had a notion that they were going to stop Forecloser without fully committing, and she said, no, you're not.
Yeah, no, you don't. You need to, swing and a miss by two of Oregon's blockers. Everyone is having fun, although exhausted.
Yeah, Oregon had two blockers there that were trying to stop the Forecloser. And they made a kind of a half-hearted attempt to get together, and she just blew them apart, basically.
I like this lineup on the jammer line where it looks like all the blockers, except for two, want to be on that jammer line side to side, hip to hip. This is an opposed picture.
And everybody wants their number seen for the photo.
Exactly.
Right.
Payne Dulce jamming for Capital Maulstars.
And we got Roxy back out there for Team Oregon.
And Roxy takes that inside line.
Yeah. Not sure that strategy or whatever was going on there, because I noticed Sacramento's blockers were all separated, and I think that made it a little harder to hold.
I'm not quite sure if that was just as a result of Oregon's play to also be on the jammer line, but it worked for Oregon. Ragnar Roxy out there after 4 points is going to be, hits the pack for the second time for a set of, it looks like Oregon's getting a power jam in the last 54 seconds of the game.
Yeah, I saw the forearm call. I wasn't sure which jammer it was on until we had somebody in the ACS penalty box, but that was Payne Dulce.
Oh, and it looks like Ragnar Roxy was able to tiptoe finally around Bird Dog and Sour Ranger. I'm just going to say, I love Bird Dog to death, but I don't like jamming against her. She is like psychic for where you are. If she's not looking at you, she still knows.
And she's deceptively nice in person.
Deceptively nice, yes. I mean, being able to take out any kind of violent inclinations on the track would make anybody nice in person. And it looks like that is going to be the final jam of the game.
We have an unofficial score of 298 for the Maulstars and 121 for Team Oregon. The officials will set that in stone in just a moment.
As soon as the final goes up, we can step on the track and give the high fives. We're waiting for the lineup.
Sacramento Roller Derby would like to thank everyone that participated in this first Spring Fling tournament.
Absolutely. We absolutely appreciate your attendance here at the Bearhouse for this tournament. Tournaments are one of those things that we are so excited to start hosting because of this warehouse now.
Yeah, we finally have the space for it.
And the final morale cheer for Team Oregon. And we're going to do our high fives. So I have been Velociraptor.
And I am hella sketchy. Thank you again for attending this bout. And we will see you the next time.
Yeah, also shout out to the Twitch folks who weren't able to make it. Thank you for making it digitally. We do appreciate your comments and participation in the Twitch channel.
We love the people on Twitch.
And so have a good afternoon. And we're signing off.
Hasta.
Love you so.
fans. This is Ben Schwartz from Empire's Comics Vault here in Sacramento, California. And this is my buddy, Hot Pepper Pug, and the sleepy old girl, Captain Dylan Hunt. We are here to tell you how excited we are about Sacramento Roller Derby and about the fact that they are playing again. It is so exciting. We're looking forward to getting the Empire's Comics Vault teams back together so we can go down and enjoy it. And we wanted to offer all of you something special for being supporters of the Sacramento Roller Derby. As the longest local Sacramento supporter of Sacramento Roller Derby, we would like to give you 10% off your entire purchase.